Hello everyone, this is Maureen and welcome to my crochet story where I share with you the two things that I love, teaching and crochet. Today is all about me showing you what else I've added to my Sophie's Universe blanket. But first, before I show you that, let me just say welcome to all of you that have taken just a few moments of your time to see what I've popped up with. If you're new to my channel, please consider going and looking at some of my other videos, and if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and then look for the bell with the little hugs on the side that notifies you every time I upload some content. Alright, so before I show you what I've done with Sophie's, every time I add a new row and I look back over the blanket, it just amazes me how this young woman's mind worked. I mean, if any of you design patterns, you know that it takes a lot of time, math, to figure out which stitches not only will fit well together, how we can stack them, but the math that is involved in taking those various stitches and making sure that we are consistent from row to row, or if we're increasing, that we can make that work, or if we're decreasing. Now, this young lady has taken a pattern that she started with. She said she was inspired by the first 6 rounds of Chris Simon's Lace Petal Square. While we were in Africa, when I started working on Chris's square, she fell in love with it so much that she asked Chris if she could use it for part of a new design. When Chris agreed, Sophie was born and named after the granddaughter of a very good friend. Now, she said that this little circle of petals eventually grew into a 24-inch garden. And then 6 months down the line, she said she had the full-size blanket of Sophie's Universe. Now, I know I've shown you this picture many times, but folks, I want us to take just another look and look at this blanket so that you'll understand why I just think, look at that. Just look at that blanket. Look at all the different designs that she added to that little circle there in the middle with just all the little petals and flowers. That took an awful lot of time to develop, to strategize where she wanted to go with it, and how to take it from a circle to a square to an octagon back to a circle. There was a lot of thought and process put into this, and like I said, every time I add a new row, it just amazes me in what she has been able to do, building outward from row to row. So, with that in mind, I was able to get 2 more rows added on this week. I added rows 49 and 50. So I wanted to show you, let's see, there's the short side. So the last time I left you, I had just added these little leaves right here. Well, there wasn't a lot that changed on the short side. We just did a bunch of single crochets to get it from, like I said, from the leaf building outward. But on the long side, we came back in with some more front post. We did some cable looks right in through here, and then this last row that I got finished with, oops, about to spill my Coke there, this last row that we got finished with, and I know, I'm sorry, the thread right here in this mandala is dark all the way around, so I just thought I'd pull it up on the side for you, but we used popcorn stitches to make little tulips. So that was what my last round was all about. Now there are only 3 more rounds left in part 6, which is what I'm working on now. So yeah, that's all I wanted to tell you about the blanket. But it is now getting to that point. I've still got it attached to the cake, so let me... Oh, mercy, how did that happen? My yarn there got caught up in my scissors. Okay. So this is what she's looking like, folks. I'll just bring it up a little bit for you. See how she's filling out there. I will tell you this much. I have decided that I will make another Sophie's blanket. But when I do, I'm going to, I think I'm going to make it in color. I really like what this is turning out to be, but I really do feel like that some of the stitches in the rows are just getting lost, from my perspective, just because of the yarn that I chose. Now, I am loving it, don't get me wrong, I really am, but I do think that for another blanket that I'd be much happier if each row was a different color to accent the stitches and just to kind of make the transition from one row to the next, you know, stand out more. That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Alright, now starting next week, I will not only be showing you my progress on my Sophie's blanket, but starting May the 1st, I was going to say March, May the 1st, we are starting on the Showlock blanket. It's a mosaic blanket with Michelle from Michelle's Mosaics and more. I know many of you have heard her talking the last few weeks on Carrie's channel and on Froggy Winna Knitting's channel, so she'll be doing a little bit more this week just to get those of us that are ready to start learning mosaic design. It is something that I have wanted to learn for a long time, but I just kept putting it off and putting it off, but I'm ready to take the plunge. I think it's just more of I've left it on the back burner for so long, and it's just time for me to, you know, pick up a crochet hook and find a design, which we have found with the Showlock, so I'll be showing you my progress with that as well. So that's all I have for you this week on my Sophie's blanket. Look forward to next week. I should be finishing up. There's only 3 more rounds in part 6, so I'll be finishing that up to show you next week, along with my progress on the Showlock blanket. So I thank you again for being here with me and letting me show you my progress on my Sophie's journey. And if you would like to join it, I can leave you a link to the book from Amazon down in the description box. And you know, I wanted to share with you that there is a young lady, oh shoot, well anyway, I'll leave a link to a young lady that has done tutorials on the Sophie's blanket. I'll just leave the first one, and then you can see all the rest of the playlist for the Sophie's there. And it really has been, I really have enjoyed the blanket. So I was going to tell you about the videos, because if you get stuck or maybe you're not quite understanding where your stitches need to start, especially at the beginning of a round. There's been a couple of times when I've had to go and look up the videos and, you know, kind of help myself out there just a little bit. And she's very good at demonstrating and walking you through to get you started for each row. So that's all I have to share with you this week. Be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know, could be your light that they need to see. I love you all, and again, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Bye.